in the T57 or 3 HP. That's just a bit of an RNG, I guess.
Yeah. But this time round, it's going to be who cares. They're going to be attacking. It's going to be GoHard defending. GoHard wanting to end the season with a win. Who cares wanting to end the season with a win themselves for extra prize money. Regular lineup here from GoHard. Actually, Caribari coming in here for Kaizu. And who cares going with their kind of standard lineup they've been going with recently as well. So no real changes from what they played with previously. Micmac becoming one of the kind of core players for who cares since he was picked up around about mid-season.
He's their old teammate anyways. Like most of them played in formerly known Rage Quit. So it's not like he's a stranger there. Strong push from who cares immediately on the left side. Something similar like Kazna did. And let's see the number of mouses they have. The 3 mouse tanks they have by who cares. This actually resembles a lot on Suba tactics on this map. And then we have GoHard, who are playing exactly the same as yesterday. The only difference is Failware is more to the left than to the right. They're pretty much leaving Stefan alone there.
Who cares? Just manoeuvring through the site here. The heavier tanks taking up position down the bottom. Well, actually, the autoloaders and Micmac taking up position down the bottom. The mouse of Pure Love and Gremic just slowly moving away with them. Lucky Blast is the only one that's nearest the top, but Micmac already takes a shot. In his
yeah, Micmac is in wide open position. I don't really understand their plan here because, like, if there is someone there in cooldown, he has no protection, so it was bound for him to take at least one shot. And they're pressuring the center cap now with a mouse that's always a pure bait because you cannot really finish this cap ever. But they have a really solid fighting setup here with more HP than GoHard, more armor and so on. So GoHard has to play really smart when they go for that decap.
Cap started here out by who cares. 1 minute 30 on the clock. GoHard have plenty of time to be able to try and do something here to position themselves to come in with a reset. Now Micmac's going to peek around here, take multiple shots once he gets past that edge bit. Negative actually takes one and doesn't shoot back in return, so working out in Micmac's favour.
There was no chance for him actually to return fire because Micmac picked just with a partial of his turret, snapped and at 57 and pulled back. And Negative and Failware cannot really push there because they don't know where they are. Zafarchik is trying to flank from the backside. He's taking hell of a lot of damage there.
Zafarchik down to almost half health. Negative down to almost half health in his T57 heavy, and the cap continues. We're down at 50 seconds right now. GoHard having to re-maneuver their tanks. Looks like Annihilator's going to be the one coming in to try and get a reset. Gremic is holding position in that corner. Annihilator gets a shot into him. Coca-Collapse takes a hit as well. So he starts coming from the top. Caribari coming around the back. Zafarchik trying to come around the back as well. And so far so good for who cares. But Annihilator's in a potential position where he can get a reset once he just moves a little bit forward.
He's gonna get a reset very soon for sure, but he's gonna pay with some damage actually. Who cares is making a really nice advantage in HP so far. Negative is on one shot now. Like, this is a really dangerous situation.
Reset finally coming in there from Coca-Collapse as Annihilator was pushing in. Now, Caribari and Zafarchik still being held up in that top right hand of the corner. Negative looking to try and move position. Micmac perhaps looking for a killing shot here, but he's now facing off against Failware. It's not a trade he wants to do because Failware does have multiple shots he can put into him. Cap pressure being applied again as Andre now comes in to back up Pure. And well, Annihilator's now backed off around that corner, and GoHard are struggling a bit here to just try and get control of this match.
Oh, Negative fell to Halo finally. Micmac didn't have to waste so much HP there. He almost balanced entire the advantage that who cares had over GoHard. Zafarchik here is pretty much stuck. He can't really do anything to Lucky Blast, but his teammates can from the back because honestly, who cares need to position their tanks more carefully so they don't bleed damage everywhere like this.
Stefan now taking a shot from Senti, wants to push up, returns fire, nice connection there, 4-7-2. Halu looks like he wants to push up into Stefan as well. Pure gets a reset shot at him there by Annihilators. Andre is now the one that's going to have the majority of capture points. That's 2 tanks to have to reset. Ooh, Halu, if he can get this clip out, is going to kill Stefan here. Stefan has nowhere to run. Whoa, Micmac actually getting an ammo rack on Stefan. Halu is saving his shot, is going to immediately go into a reload. No, he's keeping his 2 shells now. Lucky Blast is able to take out Zafarchik. And, well, this is unbelievable start here for GoHard and who cares?
Yeah, this is a big game here for who cares. They will start with a lead, I think. They have really good ground here. Caribari is the only guy who has any HP left to play around here. Everyone else is on 1 or 2 shots. So if Who Cares stick together team, if they just play together and push together, they will end this game easily. Halu picking up another important kill here for Who Cares. This is definitely going to be 1-0.
Andre and Pure are going to push up now in Coca-Cola apps. He is a one-shot. Gremic is going through the middle. Only Caribari left with all of his HP untouched during this entire encounter. And this is perhaps one of the things we were worried about ever so slightly here from GoHard. With nothing to play for, just how much are they going to show up for this battle? I mean, they're still going to play their best. They're still going to want to try and win. But just, you know, motivation-wise, it's hard to kind of pick themselves up for this one.
This is going to be not so cool start for GoHard, but they're a good team, so they can really just recover from it. The problem only we said before is they need to find the motivation to play this match. That's the only problem in this kind of games, because you need to be hardcore enough and deal with the problem at hand. Winning, losing, it's nothing except a matter of pride here.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, your league position is not going to change, but you still want to try and win as many matches as possible. You still want to go out there and show everyone you're capable of doing your best. You have to play to the very end, as we saw yesterday with Kazna Crew and GoHard. You know, you cannot give up until that match counter hits 0-0. Then you can sit back and relax. Then you can say, I'm shattered, I'm done, boys, you know? But when it comes to the games, get it on, get it done. Annihilator coming out there, top damage here, 4k in the mouse, lots of HP to shoot at. But then who cares? Halu, Micmac, then Stefan in the 113, then Andre in the mouse.
Still, I said, like, they played the same tactics as yesterday, and Who Cares could see it, easily plan upon it. They even made some couple of mistakes in movements. We saw, I saw Micmac take at least 3 shots for no reason whatsoever.
Yeah, pushed into failware, yeah.
On a start against Stefan, then 2 when he was trying to chase one of the 57s of the GoHard, so there was really no need for that. And that was not the only case in their team. Still, their tactic overall was solid, and GoHard had no really cohesive response to it.
Yeah, going to turn around now. GoHard going to be on the attack. It's going to be Who Cares on the defense. If Who Cares can take an immediate 2-0 lead here, this is a big thing. GoHard are going to have the heads down. They need to come right back into this. I mean, it's there for the taking for both teams. It's just really who wants it the most. And I think right now, to be honest, Who Cares are going to be wanting this more than GoHard.
Yeah, they definitely want it more, but they need to have also enough skill to make it happen.
True. Who Cares are the masters of not closing out matches when they have an advantage. They can lead a match 3-0. They can then still be in control at 4-2, and then they can still throw the match on tiebreaker. We've seen that happen at least twice this season to them, I believe. So they have a lot to do to just try and finish off a match when they have the advantage. It always seems to be the kind of worst thing about Who Cares is just simply closing the match and maintaining that, you know, composure at the end to see it out. Now, GoHard on the attack, bringing 2 T57s, bringing double mouse. Who Cares bringing a bit more rotation. GoHard's lineup does kind of indicate they want a bit of a fight, but there is a bit of movement potential in that lineup as well. They have Zafarchik in the 113, Coca-Cola in the IS-7. Kaizu back in here and playing a mouse as well, something we didn't see really at all this season.
Unbelievable, but yeah, usually he was swapping plays with Caribari all the time when they would play like mouse. This is the first time I actually saw Caribari play a 1-1-3 in a previous round. This is not something he played the entire season, and Caribari and Kaizu definitely didn't play mouse. But the attack of the GoHard is going progressively. They're going toward the 1 cap. They're not even playing any kind of initial rotation, though they do play with those 3 mouse, so they can pressure the center if they decide in one moment. They have Coca-Cola on I7 and Zafarchik on 113, and considering the Who Cares doesn't really have any lineup that can deal with number 1 cap, they also have to brawl straight away. They might pressure it. They might pressure it.
Stefan, Annihilator and Kaizu going to be facing off in this lower road in the triple mouse. Then you have the T57s round the corner. At some point there might be a shout for them to push round, or just to try and easily clip out and deny anyone trying to get a cap reset. Now, Coca-Cola and Zafarchik are going to be the ones that are going to push up into the cap circle to try and get the cap started. There is nobody in Who Cares up in that higher position that can do any kind of resets.
I don't think they will start to cap.
Initial trades here going in GoHard's favour, but Zafarchik and Coca-Cola is going to come round to try and get shots in the back of these mouse. But look at this, 113 and Batchat coming round the back into GoHard, and this is a nice counterplay by GoHard. It's forcing the mouse to turn. Stefan's turning full side on. Who Cares are going to push up at the same time here, and this was a really nice play by GoHard, Andrew's taking, sorry, by Who Cares? Andrew's taking a lot of damage. He's on 46 HP, but he's still alive. Goga Collapse and Zafarchik aren't in this one. The T-57s have been pushed back as well, and GoHard weren't ready for this at all, Mojo.
It's GoHard actually that has the good ground now, because Who Cares tanks are split all over the place. They didn't monetize any of advantage they did. So GoHard, I think they have this under control. I think they will take the round easily. They didn't clip out well enough. They didn't do enough damage in that moment, and GoHard has the upper hand because of it.
Initial play there, solid from Who Cares, but not managing their tanks on the retreat and allowing GoHard just to come right back into them. It's one of the hardest things to do when you have teams with autoloader setups and single shooter setups. If your autoloaders come in and clip out, they need to get away safely so they can come back in again. And GoHard did not allow Who Cares to do that. Lucky Blast, stuck between multiple tanks of GoHard, goes down here, and only Pure Love and Halu left for their team standing. They do have a lot of HP between them, but that's going to be quickly whittled down because there's multiple GoHard tanks. 6 guns available, still shooting at them, and this is going to be a 1-1 here on Ghost Town.
It's going to be a definite 1-1. Rather easy game here for GoHard. That was a decent play from Who Cares, but it doesn't really buy them cookies. They lost a lot of HP on Andre, on Mouse.
Yeah.
He was exposed. He lost almost 2,000 HP for no reason whatsoever, I would say there. Also, the reaction of their Mouse tanks after the push from their Clipper started was completely off the charts. They went on a left alley of death instead of focusing fire together with their teammates and annihilating at least the Mouse tanks in the middle. Like, do something. Stefan was on one shot the entire game. Like, you cannot allow that.
Kaizu, Mouse, easy peasy, no problems.
Shoot forward.
I mean, the damage between him and Annihilator, they were just the ones right in the middle of it all. Kaizu even able to block over 2k damage. 3,900 from Nile, 3,700 there from Kaizu, then it drops all the way down to 2,800, so...
I guess he just doesn't like to play Mouse. It's not like he doesn't know how to.
Yeah, I think it's just a comfort pick and prefers the damage dealers and the rotation ability. It's always in the TVPs, always in the bat chats, you know. But yeah, 1-1 here on Ghost Town. We're going to be going into Runeberg next. Once again, it's going to be Who Cares starting off on the attack. GoHard going to be on the defense. GoHard on the blue side. Who Cares on the red? I probably got that one wrong, actually. GoHard on the red side, sorry. Who Cares on the blue side. And yeah, again, it's still everything to play for. GoHard not so great on Runeberg, so Who Cares might be able to pull out something here. Possibly a 2-0, but it's a bit of a tall order.
I don't think that's going to happen. Like... more likely it can be 1-1 or even 2-0 for GoHard. That's what I'm going for here on this map. 1-1 most probably, because Who Cares still can play their cards well. I've seen them play decently a couple of times, but not the best coordination. That's the problem. Yeah,
their north push very recently on Runeberg did not go well at all when Halu
well, they were on TeamSpeak when it happened.
Halu calling out the shots as they were happening.
They're going to be on TeamSpeak today also.
TeamSpeak again today, yeah. I wonder how interesting their TeamSpeak's going to be today. I wonder what the sound of GoHard's TeamSpeak's going to be like, what the kind of atmosphere is going to be. Kaizu remaining in the lineup here, so no Carry Barry once again, sadly. But yeah, GoHard having to be careful here. They want to still win this one.
Hard brawl setup from Who Cares. We saw 6 single shooter heavies between Russians and Chinese, plus 1 Mouse for an anchor. Probably push through the middle and lower part, and then just YOLO away straight into the enemy's teeth. We'll see is GoHard actually able to stop it, because after you clip out with 50 Bs a bit, it's really hard to deal with these tanks. Ooh, GoHard is actually YOLOing toward the middle, but look at this. Who Cares is allowing this. They are just using a Mouse as a bait. They're actually hoping they will go with a couple of tanks there, and then these I-7s might be really, really brutal for them.
Pure Love kind of pushing down the middle there, taking the bait. And it looks like GoHard are going to take the bait, then Who Cares are going to come out to receive it. Immediately, GoHard start backing off. Failware is the focus target. Oh my god, the focus fire there, fantastic. Failware dropped down to 149 health. Who Cares taking multiple damaged modules in return, but barely any damaging shots coming back into him. Now they're going to focus into Annihilator. This is great play from the single shooters of Who Cares. They baited GoHard. GoHard took that hook, line, and sinker, and now they're in a bit of trouble right now.
They are trying to do damage on Pure, but he is there exactly to bounce the shells and take the damage instead of other tanks. The cavalry is coming in. I-7s are just pushing in. They're gonna do some drive-by shooting, finish off Nile there. They're gonna finish Kaizu next. And the rest of the GoHard really has nothing to do more with this game. Andre and Lucky Blast are coming from the upper part. This is it.
GoHard being completely outdone here. Who Cares on the attack here. They're pushing in. Let's actually listen into the Who Cares TeamSpeak as they try and finish this one off.
Beczka też, dawać. Kolaps. Patrz, potem beczkę, potem po beczkę.
Za 13 jest.
Potem po Stefan.
Patrz, on jest dwa.
Jazda. Stefan one-shot.
Hypa skończy.
Ktoś kończy?
Stefan.
Baczę topen, po prawej stronie.
Jeden po Stefana, jeden po Stefana.
Ile jest?
Stefan minus 3.
Skończy Stefana.
I myką w beczkę, po beczkę.
Dobra, dobra.
Ja już się obracam 113.
Skończę bata.
Po niego wiedźcie.
4 sekundy.
Aj, GG. Easy.
I co, dodał czy nie?
Beczka
On ma-
do mnie
jest
wali, ej,
one-shot.
z akademików.
Dobra.
Aha, blingłem się.
Ja ci... Nie widzę. Żałujcie tego. Taylor.
Negatywa. Negatywa chodzi pomóż.
Na go gonię.
No to już nie. Kingdom się od Safarika.
Nice.
To załóżcie, to załóżcie. Dobra. Mi kurwa gości jednym strzałem rozwalił ładowiczego i do wrócenia. Patrzcie. A ja kurwa wygrałem bez...
Możemy iść.
Ta ostatnia
Na dobry koniec.
GoHard. Who Cares TeamSpeak.
Well, they always have a good TeamSpeak, but GoHard here just went for this trap. They ate the whole of it, man. Like, they ate everything Who Cares served them here.
Zafar being rather sneaky here, moving into a bit in between the buildings. That's just going to drag the match out and prevent Who Cares from getting a quick win. Halu goes over. He has to be careful he doesn't present a corpse, and then nobody else from his team can get past him.
Who cares? They can just cap.
Yeah, true. They can just put more in the cap, but actually somebody's coming out of the cap to come and deal with Safarchik. So Who Cares can end this one quickly by just putting 3 on the cap rather than try and mess about trying to kill Safarchik here. Nice bait there by Who Cares and GoHard. I was just saying to Mojo, I've never actually seen that before, where a team's able to draw the attacking team, so the defending team, out of position like that and then just come back and counter them. A very good tactical read.
That's a reaction that GoHard actually did before, so they had something to play upon. Same like on a Ghost Town, both of these tactics were pure counters. So now that GoHard is aware of that, they should really play less, let's say, predictable.
Oh, come on, Who Cares? Just cap this right now. Halu's going to go over, misses his shot. Zafarchik can actually kill him one-on-one now, so that might not be the best idea. Although Zafar does take one in the rear because Halu's going to push him upwards. Actually, that's very, very well done. Now he's going to get sandwiched. Andre and Pure Love should be able to kill him here. Oh my god, guys, where did you learn to shoot? Pushed him on his side now.
School of Ryan. We've seen you shoot, man.
Hey, it's not me. It's the mouse I use. It's hard to aim with sometimes.
It's always mouse, man. I know.
Yeah,
There's
it's not
mouse.
me. It's the server connection as well. It must be lag.
Oh, please,
yeah.
please finish off the game, guys. Like, come on.
Halu, please,
Plex.
please, go. Who Cares, please. There we go.
Thank you very much.
Pure getting the kill in the end. Well played. Who Cares? Picking up this one 2-1. Can it be 1-1 or is it going to be 2-0? Who Cares on this map?
I'm so ecstatic about this ending. You can see it on my face. Thank you very much for having this wonderful 3 or 4 minutes of our lives. Watching this. Thank you, guys.
Just end the match quickly. Move into the next one. Brilliant damage there from Pure doing 4.7. So I guess I wanted to leave that last kill to him to farm a little bit more damage.
Yeah, almost 5k, okay.
Huge drop down to Halu and then Grimic. Wow.
Well, he actually did survive the push of almost entire GoHard team, so that's fine. And he had some damage blocked, less than I expected actually, because GoHard realized what's going on fast and started running away immediately. Another round of Ruinberg. Now GoHard will be attacking as far as I know, not defending. So this is a bit wrong, but it will be corrected. So GoHard is attacking now and Who Cares is defending. And we will see now can actually GoHard break their camp or whatever they decide to do with their defense.
Yeah, GoHard on Runeberg on attack is not too great, and they've only played the map 9 times, 10 times now, and they've only got something like a 20% win ratio. So it's not
Losing the defense on Ruinberg is never cool.
Not great at all.
But of course, they can do something to trigger. Who cares? Honestly, in last season, GoHard was playing much better. It's much better how they played it before.
Now, this one, Runeberg, in the past, primarily been a defensive-favoured map. It's a team that a lot of, a map that a lot of teams tended to avoid last season. The meta is constantly changing on it. Who cares on defense here? Bringing out 2 Super Conquerors. We did used to see the FV215B used a lot in defense, so who cares? Looking like they're wanting to kind of shore up in that small village area and use the gun depression of the Super Conquerors to be able to shoot down into GoHard. Perhaps having a read again of what GoHard might be doing and trying to counter it directly.
Yeah, GoHard has a fast attacking setup for I7s plus 3 butchots. It can be played on a couple of ways. It can be played on both of the caps. One of the ways is to, like, example, push the middle with I7s with butchots up or down. Or you can do exactly as they are now, just press everyone from the lower side. Pressing everyone from the upper side is really also an option, but super risky one. Anyways, these I7s will cut over the open field. They will go toward the houses because it's hard to shoot them on the way there. And if the butchots get in position, they may actually annihilate Lucky Blast, who is going in that corner. That would be their prerogative, because he will shoot them in their butts all the time, and he can be a really annoying spotter. So in one moment, you can expect these butchots to charge in and even suicide one of the butchots just to finish him off, because it is that important.
GoHard starting off with the triple cap, 30 seconds to go. Who cares? We're going to have to do something in a couple of seconds to start doing resets and start finding shots. We're down to 25 seconds. Who cares? Have to be very careful not to leave this too late. Now, Lucky Blast is in that corner. He's not spotted yet. We're down to 17 seconds. Who cares? If you're going to make your move, you're going to have to make it very soon. There's the shots coming in already here from GoHard. They are trading shots, focusing Micmac. Let's listen into the team speak of GoHard, because this fight is going to be done and dusted pretty quick.
Nie jedzie na
Dobra, dawajcie, dawajcie. Mamy ich na wieżę.
Coca-Colę można odjebać. Ej, mi
Ale trzeba zdekapować. Trzeba zdekapować.
Bridges one three.
Conquer in the open.
Can we just shoot?
I see one Frenchie there.
PTB big minus one.
Big Mac is aiming at you. Nie, 15 seconds. I can
Good thing to do.
Can just one 7 die and that.
I can shoot them, listen, I can shoot them in 10. Just shoot
Like
it.
a 4 second.
Shoot each
I'm
other,
reloading.
guys.
Okay, nigga.
What the fuck? 150 needs to die. Otherwise I'm dead.
I will go.
I'll kill him now.
One of you guys can you go sideways, we still did a lot of damage.
Even if 2 I7 will die, but
Light is
please
closer
shoot.
now, nigga, light is closer now.
He's
Go
supposed to
behind the
be-
stone now, go behind the stone, nigga, he's here at the light.
I'll go flank here.
Okay,
Can't-
okay.
you can't spot
I'm
me.
not in spot.
Okay, that's good.
I'll go
light
over
will
here.
work now, right?
Light is here closer, he's not on the 0 line anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he still shoot our heavy or not?
No.
He will soon.
I can shoot them in the back, so wait.
50B big, 50B big. Minus one.
Moscow there.
50B in the open, I can clip.
50B on the left, -1.
I have 10 seconds.
+2.
Okay, guys, you can shoot 50B.
Yes,
We'll shoot
10.
one.
-3, Senti.
You 5, I can.
Turn to you.
Nice, I see.
Senti KT.
I can kill this F50B.
You can even go by two budget here if you can right now. If it's possible.
No, I don't think.
One of you
Okay.
can run or not? Because we can even start first cap.
300 close to me. I'm on reload.
I'm on KD. 28.
No, he picks me. No.
I can shoot him now in a second.
Do I need to come close aggressive or you're fine?
I have 2 shots on me.
Because we don't know, because we not info about this.
Moscow
But you
there.
will die if they will turn to you just.
Yeah, I'm fine here. I'm fine.
I'm not aiming him anymore, he's got it.
This guy's here.
I'm reloading.
Followed me.
I will run in a second. I have to run.
Guys are looking at me, 2 guys at least.
But we can do something, it's better just stay in the cut than going to the fontaine. You can't even run now.
I can.
Do it, guys. We can.
But I thought you were gonna win the fucking fight here.
Like, no, of course, no.
Even though I killed 2 things for free.
All
Yeah.
of us have shift positions. I can shoot him also a second maybe.
We can just go and start 2 plus cap.
Ah, this guy's here, of course.
While Nail stay on the second, we can start
I'll die very soon when the light just goes
Yeah, of
behind
course,
me.
but... Oh, perfect. That's просто не было.
What tank is it on zero line, Kaiser?
Super Conqueror, one shot.
I can
No,
maybe
Stefan can
kill
go
him,
here, yeah, I can stay on the cap, for example.
You can finish me next shot.
Or I can go
Oh wait, I can try to kill him from here.
Давай, do it now fast.
No, I can't.
I'm spotted. Light's probably gonna shoot me in the back. Light's still on the zero here.
I'm reloading.
I'll try and spot him, only chance we have. I'll try and finish him. Can you aim for me, guys?
I'm reloading.
Aim to the middle. I can't aim you now, Kaiser, because it's trouble.
No, I'm dead now.
Be shot? I can maybe kill him.
I have 15 seconds because of contact.
Nice.
Let me stop him.
Light's one shot.
They got 2 1-shots.
I have 8 seconds. I can.
I'll die to the Conqueror.
Go for it. Mouse and. I can maybe kill the mouse. I can maybe kill the mouse.
On the track. Can you just right now go into the
Kurwa,
cap?
Light is one shot. I think he'll come here.
Oh fuck, he snipes my combo.
Мы когда на первой стояли, там было что-то вроде 70 захвата, да?
Это не на первой базе захватом.
На первой?
На второй.
Well, Mojo, some atrocious shooting there, wasn't there?
That was really horrible to watch, honestly. Like, Kaizu did a good clip from the middle, then he was spotted driving on A line. He was spotted in his butt shot, and Senti turned his butt to him. Okay, he was clipping. Then instead of running away toward the city, where the butt shot cannot actually clip him, he turns in spot and starts running over the open field, so Kaizu just has a better aim to finish him off. And to make it worse, then Lucky Blast doesn't push the I-7 fast enough. Then Halu misses a super safe one shot on a butt shot approaching, and Kaizu just has, okay, I have one shell to make, I'm gonna kill him. Fortunately for them, GoHard was already on low enough HP, so they could actually close the round and win with 3-1. Otherwise, I don't know, man. How many gifts can you get in one game and still survive?
Maybe Who Cares just heard me mentally and says, okay, boys, let's win this one 2-0. I don't know.
Honestly, they don't deserve it.
The shooting was pretty terrible. I mean, like we said, Kaizu was shooting from the middle of the road. Somebody should have been said, Kaizu's shooting from the town, and then Kaizu's behind them, so then...
He was spotted.
To Senti, that should have been like, okay, that back chat's moved. Everyone else was accounted for at that stage, so drive into the town to be safe, and he goes across the field.
He would take 2
we were
shots
just
from
sitting watching
heavies.
it going, he's going to go down. He kind of deserves to go down for this.
He would take 2 shots from heavies for running away to the city. He would be on 50% HP, and he would be perfectly safe.
Yeah. But Kaizu, fair plays from him, And like he said, when he was stuck behind that fountain, I thought you guys were going to win the fight, and they didn't. They left him and just kind of like said, well, sorry, mate, you're stuck there to
I'm
die.
really surprised he actually managed to survive on that one shot and kill a Super Conqueror. But interesting thing for this map was for us, we saw Super Conquerors in defensive side. This is really good because with that new -10 gun depression, they're actually useful tanks for
Great
that.
for shooting down
It's
into
really
them.
hard to pen their turrets, and actually the only way you can really annoy them, I noticed I played 1 or 2 games today, if someone spams your turret with HE. Like you lose a...
Start losing your
you lose crew members all the time. Like, most weirdly, you lose a driver.
That is strange.
You lose the driver or gunner,
Okay.
It's like, I remember, I used the medic and next shot immediately took him down. So after 90 seconds, I use medic and next shot immediately takes first crew member down. I'm like, what?
Usually the British tanks is like one side is the driver, the other side is where they store all the ammunition. So that's why the mediums always get such a raw deal all the time, getting shot frontally and getting ammo racked all the time. But they have a weird way of storing the ammo on British tanks. It's almost like they just tape it to the outside of it. Now going in here to Prokhorovka. Who Cares could potentially win it on this map. I'm wondering what the atmosphere is going to be like in GoHard after that, because that was a tough one to lose. That one was a frustrating one to lose there.
Well,
multiple IS-7s, multiple back chats from both teams. It is Who Cares on the attack, bringing the extra... No,
it's a
both,
coffee pasta
both.
setup. It's same 5 I7s, 2 butchats. It's a middle brawl setup. We've seen GoHard played it yesterday also against Kazna. We know Who Cares is not really shy when it comes to the middle fight. If they manage to keep 1-1 scenario till the end, they will actually have their game, and they will top Savage Squad, and Savage Squad will be 8th, and Who Cares will be the first one. But we've seen Who Cares. We heard the Who Cares throw the games like this. They had a 3-0 lead, I believe, against Ding, and it still didn't work out, and so on. So we need to see how will they actually play it out till the end.
Who Cares setting up to go down the 1-2 line. GoHard going to push up here into the middle. Some of them have been spotted by the scouting rung of Sente. Lucky Blast pulling away here, and interesting here from Who Cares if they can pull this off.
Well, they're doing the paint train along the forest. There is really no one who can actually stop them. They're not even spotted yet. Lucky Blast is running away, but that can mean a whole lot of things. And GoHard should at least guess if he's running on that side. The majority of tanks should be there.
GoHard thinking to himself, okay, boys, where are they? The other thing that Who Cares have to worry about here is they have no idea if Kaizu or Failware are up at, you know, D1, E1 area.
This is something also played. This is also something played that GoHard is doing when they are keeping those two budgets really close to I7s, so they can just snap up when the shootout starts and, you know, go and clip up the heavies from the close proximity.
Now that no one's spotted in the rails, they know to get over those rails and get into safety over the rails and play hull down. They would all be lit up if somebody was up on the hill. GoHard have been able to suss out what Who Cares are doing. There is Pure getting spotted out. There is some IS-7s being spotted out coming across the middle here. That's pretty much given up the plan for Who Cares now.
I think they will leave two I7s behind anyway. Yeah, there, Zafarchik and Coca-Cola, because you need to control that #1 cap. Because if Who Cares puts their I7s in the cap for free, it's super hard to reset them then. It's really hard. Coca-Cola is already taking some damage, Zafarchik also, so I believe that's a bit sluggish reaction from them to go in a hold down there. But at least now they're absolutely sure what is Who Cares reaction. Now, if they were paying attention on the class and watching the Who Cares matches, they will know that probably the next reaction from Who Cares is to push the F line. They will probably leave one guy up on like A, and everyone else will push the F line to try to make a huge pressure and kill those two I7s. But that was done before. Maybe Who Cares has some kind of other agenda and another kind of plan here. But in this disposition, what GoHard has at the moment, this would be best.
Kaizu immediately turning around when they realise no one's up on the hill or down in that area. Failware continues down. He's going to take south position on the rails. Kaizu's going to head up to take north position in support of Zafarchik. Who Cares on the attack here? They have to do something. They have to either capture one of the bases, one of the circle bases, 1 or 2, or they have to kill everyone in GoHard. That's going to be a bit of a hard position because GoHard are in a very, very strong defensive position, and Who Cares are going to have a bit of a job shifting them out. Okay, GoHard have taken some damage on Coca-Collapse and on Zafarchik already. Looks like Who Cares are starting to gather up and push over into the middle here, and this is interesting for this matchup here because they're going to continue to push into GoHard. Kaizu now taking some damage, and yet Who Cares really to take any real damage back in return? They're taking consideration and control here over base 1, Mojo.
Yeah, they're really playing aggressive here, so they will try to overmatch them. There you go, Mikmek is peeking over just to make sure that Lucky Blast doesn't take the full brunt of damage here, so they can delete the Coca-Collapse. But he is tracked, he took so much damage, surviving really luckily here. Senti is also really on low HP here. Zafar needs to fall. Too much damage is taken here by Who Cares to make this really profitable.
This kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier on, Mojo. They don't just seem to have the focus fire working out quite in their favour. GoHard have lost 2 tanks, an IS-7 and a Batchat. Who Cares in return have lost an IS-7 and a Batchat, but GoHard now have the HP advantage. But Zafarchik taking 2 hits there, being set on fire, is going to survive on a sliver of health at the end of this, and now he's down to a 1-shot. Anybody else can pick him up.
Anyone can pick him up, even HE Shell will do now, it doesn't really matter. 100 health, and there we go. 4 tanks to GoHard alive against 5 against Who Cares. Now that's the difference that is really important now. Also, the only guy that can change something significant in this game at the moment, I think, is Kaizu. Kaizu has 3 shells only, but he's the only guy who can play full rotations. The problem is he's now stuck on A line. If he abandons it, none of the tanks of the GoHard actually do have a potential to do a counter push without him. And there you go, they're massing the forces, they're going in, and it will all be about a shootout.
GoHard grouping up their IS-7s, trying to focus down. Halu's getting shot in the back from Kaizu there. That's good use of Kaizu's remaining shells. Halu's still surviving ever so slightly. He gets over that rail to give him a bit of protection against Kaizu. Annihilator, Negative, and Stefan going to continue to push in, try and get something on the cap circle. It's Negative who finally drops Halu. Grimmick being focused by these 3 IS-7s, but Pure Love is coming up in the middle to try and get shots as well. He's trying to hold it off for Negative, try and get him out of the game. 488, not quite enough to kill him. Annihilator's now the one with all the HP, but there's only 3 tanks of GoHard left against 4 of Who Cares. Who Cares need to get their guns in line here and start actually doing damage on single tanks.
Nile is on a lot of HP, that will not work against 3 tanks who can shoot him. Let us remind ourselves, Santi is on reload. Kaizu will come out of the reload soon, and if he doesn't make that clip work magnificently, this game will be absolutely lost for GoHard, and Who Cares will be on a match point.
Annihilator getting the kill on Gremic. It's going to be Pure and Andre trying to kill out Annihilator. Kaizu, like you said, Mojo, could be the man of the moment here. Now he's on reload. How long can Annihilator survive here against Pure? He goes down, Andre picking up the triple kill. It's 3 guns now against the one of Kaizu, who is a little bit in trouble, shall we say.
Kaizu is chased here by Santi. Santi knows he has no clip, and he will just close in and finish him up. Like, maybe he will miss 1 or 2 shots, but it will not change the fact that GoHard is losing this round and this match at the moment by far, and it is 4-1. Who cares? Who would actually expect something like this?
Yeah. Who cares? Wow. With their eye on the extra prize money, and GoHard, like we said at the start, not a lot to play for. Well, nothing to play for other than Pride really at the moment, and just trying to find that motivation.
Pride should be more than enough.
Trying to find that motivation is yeah. Especially now that Who Cares are on match point. Again, if Who Cares lose this, then it's exactly what's happened all season. They're in a situation where they can close out a match, get a clean win. Right now, even then, I mean, the way it's been playing right now, it'd be hard to take a bet on Who Cares winning 5-1 right now. Because in the past, they have lost so many situations that have been in the lead, where they've been strongly in the lead and then blown it, basically. But we're going to have round 2 here on Prokhorovka. It's now going to be Who Cares on defense. It's going to be GoHard on the attack. Who Cares have the advantage now. They can just sit back. There's no need for them to push out here into GoHard. They have the time on their favor. GoHard have to make the play. GoHard have to either kill everyone of Who Cares or cap. Who Cares can either kill everyone of GoHard or just run the clock down. And I can guarantee you, if Who Cares are being smart here, they'll try and run this clock down as best as they can.
Who Cares now has the same points already as Savage Squad, and they have same victory and loss.
Yeah, it goes complicated
between them. It's like 5-4 in one game, 5-4 for Savage Squad. So honestly, it would be easiest for all of us if they just take another point at this moment. True. Otherwise, it's going to be a lot of calculations who is 7 and 8, because I don't know what are the parameters after that one.
It comes down to rounds or something like I had the thing printed out yesterday, but it's sitting on my desk. So after the head-to-head will be equal between Who Cares and Savage Squad, because each of them have won a tiebreaker against each other. So then it comes down to wins or something else like that. I honestly can't remember the exacts, but any player watching this right now who's not participating, I'm sure, for example, Raven will be able to say exactly what it is, because he was on point with us when we made the whoopsie yesterday about relegation. But anyway, that's there. This is now GoHard on the attack, Who Cares on the defense. GoHard bringing out an STRV, multiple 5As. Who Cares going with pretty much the exact same lineup they just took. And Who Cares are pushing up into GoHard with this as well.
There we go. VZs. That's something that GoHard really likes to play from this side. And now we have a Nile on STRV. That's a bit of a difference in their kind of plans. Maybe because what Kazna played, if you remember. And Who Cares plays just 5 I7s and 2 Butchats. And they are playing stick-together team.
Initial peaks come up here in the middle, no one connecting with their shots. We've seen so many times this happen with teams, and someone ends up taking 3 or 2 shots in that initial peak. Now, GoHard holding their tanks down in his bottom left-hand corner, Mojo. They spotted out Senti, Lucky Blast, Gremic coming up behind him. Andrew's in their support as well. This push from Who Cares is probably going to just go nowhere, because GoHard are set up to defend it. You have Annihilator, you have 2 Batchats there, and these tanks of Who Cares are going to get pummeled for this. There's no counterfire coming out. GoHard now focusing into Gremic. They can still see Senti and Lucky Blast focused here. Gremic down. Now they're going to turn the attention into these other tanks, and well, this is a terrible start here for Who Cares, but Annihilator does get spotted, and they try and return fire back here on Annihilator. If they can drop the STRV, that would bring things back equally, but Lucky Blast is about to run out of ammo, and he's been focused as well.
Wow, Halo dropped now, Coca collapse. Finally, the I7s are pushing in. They should be able to focus Zafar now. This is not done game yet. Everything is still an option, because STRV is a bit back now. Also, Kaizu and Failware are reloading, but they will be out of the reload soon. And then another rain of hell will come upon Who Cares. I don't think they can come out of this one.
Needs to move himself from that area because Kaizu and Stefan can get shots into him. It is failure that picks him up. These tanks from Who Cares need to use the terrain to their advantage. Stefan is at the far side on the rails. Kaizu's up in the middle, and Who Cares have to just manage their HP. Senti taking a lot of damage here for peeking over. Annihilator still surviving. They're going to try and focus into negative. I don't think Who Cares have enough HP to be able to make this fight work because Stefan still has all his HP. He's not been in the fight. He's been on the other side. How quickly can he drop failure? He goes in for Ram and Senti. Barely does any damage. Micmac picks up the double kill. Now, Who Cares have to get themselves safe here if they want to be able to survive this, but I really don't think that's going to happen.
They can't because Kaizu and Stefan are full HP, so when they come, this game is pretty much over. And negative will already damage Micmac, who is alone. So this game is done, and it's really hard to move a tank like Halo when you're checked, Ryan. You sit in the open field and there is 3 guys tracking you constantly. That's where you stay. Negative will fall in any second here when Micmac fires a shell, but never mind, the cavalry is here, so that's not, even that is not going to happen.
Even with it being hard, Mojo, it's still really important that he moves from that area. But, you know, that was him taking shots.
Pedal faster, man.
Up on the ridge line, he should have known that sitting up on the ridge line initially was not the great place to go, but Who Cares almost making it work. They just took too long to take down those GoHard tanks in that bomb corner. The fact that Stefan wasn't with the rest of the group and Kaizu was able to wrap around and just provide a crossfire. It was quite devastating for Who Cares when he tried to finally drop Annihilator. Coming out top damage there, 4.2k above negative, then dropping all the way down to 2.7 for the next damage. So a bit of a farm there for Annihilator.
Yeah, I just don't understand that kind of push by Who Cares. If they wanted to push Forest, why didn't Gremek sit behind I7 all the time and drive behind I7 until everything else was spotted? Like you saw how the train is done. You put an I7, 2 butt-shots directly, like bumper to bumper, you go, and then you disperse when you have already what to shoot. Like Gremek was just shooting, driving alone there. Make himself really easy target.
Yeah, I mean they're going to split off and start shooting Gremek, drop him as quick as possible. Now we're going to go into mines. Who Cares once again on the attack to start off with. GoHard going to be on the defense. Match point still here with Who Cares. They can still win this match, but at the same time they can still let GoHard come into it. There's no way to know how this one's going to go right now. It should be Who Cares, but GoHard can easily take mines 2-0.
Yeah, they can, and they can come in tiebreaker and play Himmelsdorf, and they can still win the match. We've said already, Who Cares is known to kind of throw a lot of games, and if they actually win this one without a tiebreaker, this will be a first game where they are taking the 3 points in the entire season.
Clean 3 points in the last match.
All of the points they've taken so far were from the tiebreaker, wins or losses. More losses.
Yeah, it's not going to be easy for them here. Not easy at all. Now, on the defense from GoHard, the interesting thing is, are we going to get a patient play from GoHard? Are we going to get a GoHard team that's going to sit back and let them come at them? Or are we going to get an aggressive lineup here from GoHard? It looks to be a kind of standardized defensive lineup here from GoHard. No, actually, GoHard are going super mobile on their defense, and it's Who Cares, actually, Mojo, that look like they have got the... That can't be right. That can't be right, actually. That's got to be the other way around, surely. That makes no sense to take all those tanks on attack. You're not going to take an E3, you're not going to take an E4, you're not going to take an AMX-50B. So I think that was GoHard's lineup. Yes, it was. And Who Cares? Oh, wait a minute, no. What? I was pretty sure Who Cares were attacking for this one.
No. Who Cares is defending, I told you that on the start, but Pure is on mouse, 2 I7, 50B, Andre E3, E4, Buttshot and T100. What you usually see is T100 spotting the island and Buttshot spotting before, but this is really, really sloppy shooting by Who Cares. Almost entire team of Buttshot is here upon them, and they didn't even hit anyone except Kaizu. Like, that's super, super bad. If they don't actually, and I don't think they can actually even master their forces and attack properly now on the hill. Not with these 3 Buttshats in the water.
A lucky blast, and the minute somebody gets an angle from him on the center area, he's going to go down. There's the shots already coming in. Annihilator has shots on him. He's dead completely. Kaizu is able to pick him off, and Who Cares have already lost the positional play completely on that 1-2 line. These 3 tanks from GoHard now are going to peek over the 2 line and just start shooting at the tanks of Who Cares. We're going to have to push up into the middle to do something here. Annihilator and Coca-Collapse in that position with an IS-7 and a Super Conqueror should be able to take a lot of shots. Well, Coca-Collapse runs away interesting way there.
Well, Senti is taking a lot of damage for this pleasure. Coca-Cola had to fall down because he tried to go up and prevent the push on a hill, but he would be annihilating in that one. But look at the damage Halo is now taking from negative, from top of hill. He's even set on fire. This is not going to end well for Who Cares, but they really deserve it for not connecting those shots on the Bachats crossing in the water.
This is absolute chaotic. So many times fights for GoHard end up being here on the hill. Annihilator picks up Pure. Micmac is now going to be the next tank focused round. Senti and Halo are going to try and come in off reload, but Senti's only one reloaded. Halo's not reloaded. Gremic's taking damage trying to come round here to get a kill on Failware hiding round the corner. Okay, he will get the kill, but look how much damage he bleeds for that, and he then gets dropped in return by Stefan for it. Desperation move just to try and get some damage on the board. Now, Senti is going to get dropped by Zafarchik. If Zafarchik's able to survive here in this situation, coming off reload, Senti actually gets the kill on Zafarchik. It's a sloppy end to a match here. Halo now taking damage from Annihilator as he tries to run in and do damage, but he's going to get picked off. Annihilator's just going to turn his guns round into Andrew. Only 2 tanks left here for GoHard, for Who Cares. 4 tanks left here for GoHard. And GoHard going to come back into this one 4-3. Who cares? What is it with you guys in finishing matches?
I have no idea whatsoever. Like with this 1 point, as I said, they have the same points as Savage Squad, but it will be up to admins to actually see to the depth who is above which one, because they have same rounds, like 5-4 in first match, 4-5 in second match. So we have no bloody idea who will come on top if Who Cares actually loses this match now.
If they do it. If they do it. Confidence, Mojo, we can do it. Come on,
yeah,
Who Cares?
Confidence
you
after this kind of round where you had an enemy that you were waiting for and you missed every shot possible, that you will now go and take an attack on mines and finish it and not go to Himmelsdorf where I even don't know who will pick the side. You want to bet or something?
Let's go for it. I'm going to bet that Who Cares does this.
Okay, and what's the bet for?
Bowtie bet.
Okay.
Bowtie bet. Okay.
For playoffs.
Okay. Let's do this, Who Cares? Let's make it interesting. Let's make it spicy. Oh, this could go either way. This is the most unsure bet I think I've ever taken. Considering how they're playing, considering the fact that they're known to throw leads and then lose tiebreakers. Just wanting to kind of make it excitement, Mojo. Wanting to get a smile on your face. Now Mojo's like,
that day
so many different bow ties I can be going for.
I don't mind that, but you're gonna get a really special one because you're losing this anyways.
Oh well, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Now, Who Cares? Like you said, going to be on attack. It's going to be GoHard, going to be on the defense. I think Who Cares are going to pull out a miraculous win here. It's going to be fantastic. The lineup is going to look absolutely outstanding, to be honest. I think GoHard's defense is going to look really terrible.
Well, you wish probably. Let's see the lineup of GoHard.
Oh, look at that from GoHard. That's terrible. Terrible.
Super Conqueror, a light tank, 3 i7s, 2 Bachats. This is a lineup that GoHard had yesterday for the late push on a hill.
They have no chance here. No chance with that lineup, Mojo.
It's a really strong lineup, actually, once you think of it.
Who Cares taking a very kind of aggressive lineup here, actually.
With 2 mouses, yeah.
2 mouses,
super aggressive.
Yeah.
Super aggressive.
Who Cares also taking a gorilla here, going up onto the 1-2 line. So it looks like they're kind of perhaps reading something that GoHard might be doing. GoHard going to push into the hill area, but then they're not going to stop. Halo and Gremic already going to be spotted. There could be shots coming out. Halo just destroying that wreckage over there. Kaizu aiming into that area. Annihilator and Coca-Cola preparing to aim into that area. And while GoHard, Failware already wrapping all the way around the village. Who Cares are going to try and set up something here in the cap circle, try and force GoHard to drive into their guns, but it's not a great start when you have your gorilla already being spotted and shot at.
I mean, this kind of setup they have, it's really easy to counter that gorilla on the island. This is really predictable play that Who Cares is doing at the moment, and I don't really like it. Also, don't forget, we have S-Conqueror where Nile is, and we have Stefan in the back, so Nile has -10 gun depression. He can peek better on these i7s, shoot them from above, and Stefan can be semi-hull down from the distance with that accurate gun. So if everything comes to the problems, then Kaizu will have to go and Coca-Cola will have to go. Now Failware knows where the tanks in the back, and that part of the map is off the limits for them, so they will just pressure.
Big shot there into Coca-Cola Apps. Triple cap being started. Reset coming there from Kaizu. They get the shots into the back tanks, which is vital important. Still 25 seconds. GoHard are going to have to keep peeking up over the middle. Now Senti and Halo are the only tanks that can get shots here. Senti has 2 shots. Micmac gets dropped by Zafarchik. Zafarchik is able to get over if no connections come back into him. Annihilator took damage for the peak. So did Coca-Cola Apps. So did Kaizu. But Stefan is the one here that continued to do damage. Andre's about to be dropped in his mouse. Then it's only Gremic hiding behind him. GoHard, rightly so, are going to turn around and try and get shots into the tanks on the other side because they want to take control. 7 tanks available here to Who Cares is 5, and Who Cares, you can still do this. You can still not have me wear a bow tie, but I really don't think it's going to happen. And we're going to get back to the situation of Who Cares blowing a lead and not being able to close a match out.
You know, we didn't even specify what kind of a bow tie, so I'm thinking a lot of different options here now.
Well, you know, as long as it's okay with the stream, Mojo, you know, as long as it's PC and it's, you know, child-friendly, shall we say, then the world is your oyster. I will not wear anything, though, that is made of animals, so nothing that is like a raw meat bow tie, and I refuse to wear anything that has flashing lights as well, because that's going to distract from the stream. Outside of that...
It's going to have your mouse look prettier, so it's okay.
Considering what you and Daki have worn in the past, I think, you know, it's going to be quite impressive to try and top those things, but you have a week to prepare for it.
Yeah, no problem, man. I see you have a lot of faith in Who Cares now because they are losing HP all over the place. They have, again, that one tank capping, but that can be dealt with rather easily. That's why GoHard is just focusing on killing the tanks. So once they start the final push, they just finish the game in one go. Pure cannot be killed that easily here now, but they're finding an angle, and one HE shell or a backshot by negative will deal with him. The next on the line will have to come arrested here.
Who Cares? Going with, oh, actually 14 seconds on the cap, having to come in last second there. Kaizu and Zafarchik. Kaizu going super aggressive for this. Zafarchik did get a reset, so there's no real need for Kaizu to come down like this. Halo trying to get shot from the grill there. Takes what? 5-15 into the face. Zafarchik going to peek over again, get one into Gremic. Gremic getting one into Kaizu. Halo just stuck behind that rock, but look at this. Who Cares? Just continuing to bleed damage. Gremic with a dead loader is going to perhaps pick off Kaizu here. Nope, Zafarchik with the save, picking up a double kill. GoHard still yet to lose a tank. It couldn't be a better situation for them as Who Cares once again throw a situation where they should have won a match and let the other team come back into tiebreaker, and more likely the other team is then going to win this tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's usually how the cookie crumbles here, but it was a good play by Kaizu Zanfar, because when you're that high on a cap, like 12, 13, 14 seconds, you don't want to rely on only one guy decapping. That's why they dropped in the same time, so if one missed, and Kaizu did miss, the other would still get it. 4-4 here, Himmelsdorf coming next as a tiebreaker map of a day. We thought this will be a quick victory for GoHard. It is not so. They were actually 4-1 down to Who Cares, but again, that, as Ryan said, that closing round, always that closing round is something that they just don't have a strength to do.
It's really bad, actually, because it's usually always from a 4-2 situation as well, so it's always like 3 straight rounds in a row that they lose. Super Conqueror coming out on top here. The times that we have seen the Super Conqueror being picked up and used, it is proving to be damn well effective.
It's
and
a
good
specific
pick.
vehicle that can be used on several maps, not everywhere. It's not fast enough to go on any map like Prokhorovka. You would need to really work a lot to get in there. And still, he would be very fragile from the sides. But in these kind of situations where you can control where will the turret show up, then it's a usable tank. But we have a confirmation that GoHard is picking the side here. And yeah, of course it's going to be a defense. Side. And we've seen how GoHard defense Himmelsdorf is going to be super duper heavy with probably 1-1-3 Stefan.
For those not familiar, why is it usually always expected that tiebreaker, whoever gets to decide tiebreaker will take the defensive side?
Well, because then you don't have to think about... You have a goal here in the game to kill the enemy or cap, right? So when you're defending, you at least don't have to worry about one of those two. You don't have to worry about the time. Time is your friend. So you work just on killing the enemy, and that's it.
You can sit back, you can dictate the plays, basically, and then... It's only when you start, like, if you lose an initial tank, things become problematic, because then the attacking team can potentially dictate things. But when you're in this situation, you're going to play it cautiously, aren't you?
Yeah, most of the times, actually, the plays are dictated by attacker, but defender can always sit back and do the damage while they're approaching. That's the first premise. And there we go, a turtle from GoHard as we expected, bunch of Type 5s, 2 tank destroyers, plus Stefan on 113.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting match-off between these two teams because, well, both of them are not exactly fantastic in Himmelsdorf. GoHard actually doing much better on attack than they do in defense, but who cares, not having a good track record at all in Himmelsdorf. So going on past performances, you would favour GoHard in this situation, but, you know, it could be different.
I think they were expecting this. They have this big mouse setup here on Who Cares, 2 of them, plus Gremek on Type 5 and Rotational Force, 2 113s, Sentient 50p and Halo on that Bachat. So they're gonna try to apply some damage from the rail maybe on Stefan while he's passing. Nice connection on Failware. They were expecting this because this is the play that GoHard does, but that's only one shell on Failware and that's it. Senti actually took much more back because these tanks do damage all time. HE does damage.
HE does damage. Daki will always tell everyone that.
Stefan is getting down to the lower part of the rail safely. Zafar is going on his position E1, F1 to cover him. Then we will have Coca-Cola in the rail who will snipe with his TD there. And then we will have still a Nile watching over the 3 line so they don't sneak up. So this is a really super hard turtle. Of course, it can be beaten, but it's really hard. It's really hard to deal with those 2 Type 5s where Failware and Negative are. Plus then the TDs that will already be waiting.
Who Cares here had the potential to win this one, even if they win it on tiebreaker. Actually, if they win it on tiebreaker...
They win it, they're cool.
If they win it on tiebreaker...
They will have points
above. They go above Savage Squad, yeah. They need to win. If they lose... Then it becomes confusing and everyone's got to check into admin-wise. Doesn't make a difference for GoHard. They pick up a point regardless now, but it won't change their league position because they're 4 points behind Utopia. Now, who cares? It's all for you to do, basically. GoHard are not going to make it easy for you. GoHard were down at the start. They've came back into this one. They've shown everyone that they do have the capability to come back into it when things are down. Like we said, you had to dig down and find that motivation. It looks like they have done so. Kaizu playing as hard as he can, actually, to turn things around. That Batchat play on Runeberg, for example, like, you know, not his fault whatsoever. He did the right things there and just his team pulled out the other way and just kind of left him hung out to dry.
Negative and Failware waiting for their victims here. This is going to be a longer round, so prepare for it, brace for it, everyone, because for anything to work here, Who Cares will have only one go.
Just thinking as well, Mojo, it's Himmelsdorf, and normally you would see Karibari come in for Kaizu, but Kaizu's playing the TD.
Yeah, but we've seen today Kaizu playing mouse also, and he did well. So I guess they're starting their preparations if they manage to pass the playoffs, where someone will actually have to play all the time and all the tanks. And
GoHard having to just sit back and watch the next match of the day to see who they actually going to play in playoffs. Could be one of 3 different teams. That's crazy how many things this last match can affect between Oops and Utopia.
Okay, this is going to be a super hardcore rush here by Who Cares. I mean rush, if you can say with those tanks. They are going to try to approach as close as they can with heavies toward the 3 line and then push down on Stefan with some faster tanks. But GoHard has still a lot to say about that. They will probably rotate some of the tanks back. The only thing they have as an advantage is Senti is watching over the middle, and he will say if the Type 5s are coming back. And if they are not, if they are that far away, that means they have 2 tanks out of the fight completely, and at the moment they have 3 tanks out of the fight because Kaizu is still there.
There's Negative making the move. Senti gets a shot across and connects in with him. Lucky Blast and Pure going to have to start dodging some shots at the moment. Failware is starting to move back, but he's going as far back along the A line as he can, as close to the top, perhaps not seeing if he gets spotted. Might be okay there as he crawls back, so they're only going to be able to spot 1 Type 5 going back here. As the rest of the tanks from Who Cares now push up into middle. They're going to go up the 5 road. Because they cut across, they do see Failware. They can get some shots into him, but he might have just got himself safe. He's going to stop on the edge, actually, yeah.
This is the little gaps you could use even before. Even in tier 8 with T32, you could find an angles to shoot like this when you angle it properly. But what they did so far is to manage to split off the forces of GoHard. So it's not anymore 2 Type 5s up. That's a smart play here coming in from Who Cares actually. It's now only Failware plus Kaizu. And the rest of the tanks from GoHard are on the other side of the map. That's a good play. That's something that we actually seen even Savage Squad do.
Ooh, nice connection there from Negative. 599, but takes 424 back in return. Negative there, just having to be careful that nobody else peeks now. Annihilator wants to peek around where Negative was. Senti taking damage that he doesn't need to take there, but he had to weather a shot there, it looks like from Kaizu in that E3 position that was covering the angle for Senti to move across. And now Failware could be stuck between two different angles here.
Gremec is closing over the open field now. They're trying to hold off Negative. And they're trying to do damage there. Failware, will he pen this shot? And yes, he does!
Massive hit there from Failware into the Batcha of Senti. Senti's going to also the Batcha of Halu. Halu does get a killing shot on Failware there, but took a massive amount of damage. First to start things off for that.
It was really worth it actually because they deleted that Type 5. So yes, Halu is on one shot, but he can still make a cap pressure and he can still do the clip in the side of those TDs. But everyone else is bleeding damage also, so that's the biggest problem. There is so many tanks on low HP from Who Cares, but this is not decided because they have good position. Stefan, he's the biggest problem for them.
Stefan now all the way around behind Who Cares. He can start picking out his tank and he's picking out his shots and forcing tanks of Who Cares to turn around. Who Cares initially got himself into a good position here, Mojo, but like you said, they've taken too much damage for it. Now GoHard can start pushing into them, start using the HP and the armor that they have to start dictating who gets hit first. Who Cares cannot take hits from these big guns that are going to be shooting back into. Micmac set on fire from that shot there as he's pushing around here with Andre. And look at this, Stefan from the backlines, like we said. He's going to be an absolute pain in the rear end for Who Cares here.
Yeah, this is pretty much a done game. The only mistake I can see in their gameplay is not playing with Stefan. I mean, not leaving anyone to monitor that back where Stefan is. This is the most obvious reaction that GoHard could have, and it's happening right now. I think this is pretty much done game. GoHard will take the victory here, and Who Cares will have to pray for what admins have to say, who is the 7th and who is the 8th.
Unbelievable, to be honest, that Who Cares can once again be leading a match, a
4-1.
comfortable lead, and then throwing it. And then throwing it big time and allow another team to come back into it. Fair play to GoHard for sticking into this, but let's be honest. I mean, if there's any team that you had the potential to come back against when they were leading you 4-something, it is going to be against Who Cares. Because I don't know. We asked this in the interview yesterday. We said, how come you can't close out matches? And the reply was, I don't know. Maybe it's like a pressure thing. Maybe they just lose all composure. I don't know. Who cares, Mojo? Who cares?
Well, they should care.
They should care. They should care. But GoHard picking up their last match of the season with a 5-4 win. This means Who Cares gets a